Notice how like Chishi Gongdu actually put in a lot of effort just for us to protect our freedom, and that we should still fight for our freedom now.
Yeah.
Big yellow. Big yellow.
Thank you. Thank you. Good luck. Yeah. So sweet and rain.
Thank you. All right. Martin Luther King da.
My name is Champagne. I'm the director. Thank you so much. I'll do it later. But thank you so much.
Yeah. One, 치마실.
Okay. Nangi abada uchada. So, hold on. Excuse me. I'm so proud of you and your generation. 기란zo. 보다 보다 지알로. 신축 마차. 초가 심자. 감 암도 못한. 정말 천부치 독서 찍듯 제일. You are. Oh, that's the Thank you. Thank you.
No. I'm dying to. 어쨌든 영상 기다 친구 부모님 좋아. 계단 치안 돈 나거든. 미안해. Bunu namne asar kana lagmunda. Destere. Kana lagmunda. Destere.
This movie and the journey of exile and the Tibetan people. So I'd like to read the proclamation, if that's all right. A proclamation, 4 Rivers, 6 Ranges Day, May 3rd, 2025. The feature film, 4 Rivers, 6 Ranges, documents the historic Chusi Gangtuk resistance group, which was formed in 1958 by ordinary Tibetans united in their devotion to their homeland and their Buddhist faith. Against overwhelming military occupation, they courageously secured the safe passage of His Holiness the Dalai Lama into exile in 1959. In 2023, in 2025, we honor the 90th birthday of His Holiness, the Dalai Lama, a global symbol of peace and compassion who has spent 66 years in exile while steadfastly advocating for the rights, dignity, and cultural survival of the Tibetan people through non-violent resistance. Inside occupied Tibet, the spirit of peaceful resistance continues. Despite decades of repression, religious persecution, and cultural erasure, Tibetans have persevered their language, spiritual traditions, and identity with unwavering strength. Created by Tibetans in exile, 4 Rivers, 6 Ranges tells a story of survival, dignity, and resistance that transcends borders and calls upon all of us to stand up for human rights and justice. Columbia Heights has been chosen by the film's director, Shenpen Kimsar, to host the historic world premiere of 4 Rivers, 6 Ranges at the Heights Theater on May 3rd, 2025 at 12:30 p.m. This momentous event is both a significant cultural milestone and a powerful act of witness and solidarity. More than 6,000 Tibetan refugees call Minnesotan home, including many in Columbia Heights. They and you all enrich our city with their heritage, resilience, and enduring commitment to preserving a culture under threat. Therefore, I, Amada Marcus Simula, Mayor of Columbia Heights, proclaim May 3rd, today, 2025, as 4 Rivers, 6 Ranges Day, a tribute to Tibetan defiance and dignity, in recognition of the Tibetan people's ongoing struggle for freedom, justice, and cultural preservation. Let this day serve as a reminder of our shared responsibility to stand with those who resist injustice with courage, compassion, and hope.
This is incredible, Mayor. Thank you very much. And as you read out the proclamation, I'd like to take this opportunity to not only invite the director of the film up. He's not just a director, he's a producer, the music composer. He's done almost everything to make this movie come to life. Without further ado, to introduce and to receive the proclamation, let's hear it for Shenpen Kimsar. As Shenpen walks up, I just wanted to talk a little bit about the pride of this movie. This movie was made a world premiere in a festival in Rotterdam and a US festival premiere in Iowa, Dubuque, where it won the best soundtrack, which makes it the first Tibetan movie to receive a best soundtrack for a feature film. Folks, let's hear it for Shenpen Kimsar. Thank you, Mayor. And Shenpen, if you want to introduce the movie, and we will have question and answers after the movie. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you. Let's hear it for the Mayor. Shenpen will introduce the movie, but we will have Q&As towards and after the movie. And folks, we do have merchandise too outside. They're really cool 4 Rivers 6 Ranges t-shirts sold outside. Please grab one. It's an incredible momentum history that we want to be a part with. Shenpen, all yours.
Thank you, Jigme. Please give him a big round of applause. One of the most important Tibetan figures in exile. The amount of work Jigme does, and all you Minnesota Tibetans and Tibet supporters, you're very, very fortunate to have a leader like Jigme here. So thank you so much, my brother. I don't want to take a lot of time because we have to start the film on time, but I'm very emotional right now. Sorry. this has taken me, very, very long time. Since I was a little kid in Darjeeling. It's okay if I speak in English, right? Yeah, jail on air, not to moral police mambo. So, honestly, this is just the beginning of the surfacing of my journey. The beginning of the surfacing. But it has taken me almost 30 years. 30 years of dreaming and believing in myself and being humiliated, being laughed at, being discouraged. And it's been a very, very tough, lonely journey. But at the same time, I'm grateful for all the loved ones in my life that have supported me in the last 10 years, 5 years, and you all know who you are. I want to say this, this movie, even though I directed it, but there's a big team. It takes an army to make a film. We were 300 people on set and about 200 people in post-production. So there's about 500 people involved in making this film. And I want all Tibetans here to know that this film, even though Doji Dewatsanga, my co-producer, and I, and my entire team, even though we made it, but this film belongs to you. This is your film. I made this film for every single Tibetan inside and outside Tibet. This film is dedicated to His Holiness's 90th birthday, the great Dalai Lama of Tibet. This film belongs to all the Khambas in the world. This film belongs to all the Amdos in the world. And this film belongs to all the Utangs in the world. Many of you know me or know of me. I'm an absolutely unapologetic, fearless Tibetan. But I'm a very, very proud Tibetan, and I care about each and every single Tibetan in the world. Even those who don't agree with me, even those who oppose me. They are my Tibetan brothers and sisters. Maranzo dosa chikti chegwaeti pen masi kechimburda. Gashe tongshe ngato kane nangba ise konsochol tsigi olarwa. Kayo layo tone ngato dosa chikti yijibiji chegwayo. Ta nezu zatare, tuzu zatare maranzo. Gekap sungyap chiya, gekap ki kerap ki sungyap chiya ina. Rikshung sungyap chiya ina. Maung ka peo ki sonza denzola radap ka soya ina. Maranzo kembatu chikti chegwayo. Kuchi, okay? So thank you very much. We will talk more after the film. With all my heart and my 30 years of lonely journey, I present to you your film, Chushi Kangduk, 4 Rivers, 6 Ranges, The Untold Story of Tibet. Kadiche.
Champagne is not just a friend. Korang kali shugya bet movie dila. Tanda ming sigyo di kanga. Mixed peba rang ki sigyo. Peba ki penjo ki sigyo movie le. Tanda boda manju lugyo di kanga. Chige khate gyala ki lugi she de ba. To peba rang ki sigyo dila. Mune poba do. I was with Champagne in Iowa, Dubuque, Iowa Film Festival. He got a very long standing ovation from the audience. And the movie actually won the best soundtrack. There were about over 100 movies from all across the world, from directors from all across the world, and this Tibetan movie stood out. So, Nanjo Pebe movie Arila, the first Tibetan movie to win an award. Research test the first movie to win an award was The Cup. The Cup was actually so it was Bhuttini's director who won an award. This is the first Tibetan movie in the history to win an award in America. The music, the direction, the storytelling. This one, movie it's not the first time, and every time I get emotional. Anyways, this is let me talk about the movie. I apologize to Champagne. I apologize to everybody. Before we talk about the movie, a little bit chilo na t-shirt kashi zong de wala. Movie di gyakyo naru na chuna di liu niba sumba suere. Anda lugi chai marwa. Di somne liu niba de sumba suere. Di dola gyakyo nang tobe na kashi tukto de ngaranjo gyakyo chego gedo. Movie 당고 디 코나 잘라 종네 코나 movie 쇠도 와. 또 안주 랭게를 뭐 차 되기도 와. So please help support this movie. Let it be our movie, our story. Let us fund this. This is going across the world. Kalila Europe it's going to more festivals. The Chinese government has banned this movie because they feel this movie tells the real story, which has been projected. So there's a lot of barriers. Movie the theater kangal release here to Marakasan theater manche jenda kanga gimire. This one aranju tone gibgechi and tasani chikyore. Number to see nange koranju tasani physics kashis day osare. New York la yore, San Francisco, Aribul Sani Mongol yore. Tokpo pinga kangala injibiji gibgechi the juna aranju 인지카 더 지게카 컨트롤 레네 루규디 따고 이렇게 개치고 여기도 와. And then I wanted to, before I introduce the cast, I want to say about Chushikando, and Champagne has been saying this, it's extremely important. This is not just about Chogachik, Kambachipo Mebache, Uja, Raba Amdo Mone, Kanga, Peba Chushikando Yobatsone, 3D, Sane. 말아주 흉내봐봐 초박하 강가기 님으로 돈에 개규나 말라 네 돈에 참디 토지체 휴양이 디 지디 초파 SFT RTWA 우상소가 와나 토지 휴양이 아니 디 개규 나게 스폰서 니 요래 말아주 계산표라 다 realistic 계산표라 토지 휴양이 나가는 시 모모 수시나 코라지 개개나 부터 스폰서 남기라 토지 제휴해야 돼. Now we go into the cast. The dramatic Gopotashila portrayed by a very seasoned actor, one of our own, Tenji Tudubla. If you could come up to the stage. Without ado, Maranju, the director, co-producer, music, that number but he put his blood, sweat, and tears. I know it, because Shepard gives up. The Diwa Hashish, and the numbers of the Tibetan are negative. In a Diwa Tambuting, and Alex Champagne, I'm switching between Pui the Iji and level visual time. Champagne, you won the music award, best soundtrack in Dubuque, Iowa. But beyond that, you took the courage to shoot this film across the border from Tibet, as close as you can get. And in fact, you were in certain areas where Chushikando actually were in training in Mustang. So what was this audacity, and what were you trying to prove when you could have picked any place like Ladakh, where the scenario is same? When we had movies like Kundun and 7 Years in Tibet, which was shot in Morocco or Argentina, but you went right as close as you can get to Tibet. And remember, I'm not saying China, as close as you can get to Tibet to shoot this movie. Champagne, I asked you this question, and Tunula, I have another question for you.
Yeah. Firstly, thank you very much, everybody, for being so patient and sitting through the movie. You know, as a filmmaker and as a creator, it means the world to me because I'm the one who spent many, many lonely nights, lonely days making this film. Even after the shoot, I live in Darjeeling now. I live in Siliguri. That's where my office is. I moved back to India because my next 3 films are being shot in India, so I have a small office. I could not afford to do all that here. So, and I'm not kidding, but on average, I work about 18-20 hours every day. I sleep 4 hours. Not because I'm Superman or anything, because I feel this utter sense of urgency. You know, no matter where we are in life, or where we are in the world, Tibetans were a very, very tiny, dwindling population. So it is so paramount and it is so important for us to take that responsibility and do whatever we can to continue the movement, you know, to continue doing whatever we can. And I'm not somebody who believes in ass kissing. Nga pele chabya shinge me, chinge chogmendo, right? Konsocho gitse pejotam ne soso keben le dide chishinge me. Kundu la zigi kundu chedo nga diu situgyo diu shuo tugyo tandai. Inai soso gi game de kibwa de pemasi kechimbudu. Nganzo kadune mi shembal kenya ready. We're always depending on others. And I'm grateful for all the non-Tibetans who have supported us. I'm grateful. Ngegi longegi movie world ki tsawelama Martin Scorsese re ngegi the inspiration. I became a filmmaker because of Scorsese. He made Kundun, Taxi Driver, Raging Bull, all that. You know, Richard Gere has been supporting us for so many years, right? Everybody knows? When the hell are we gonna have our own Richard Geres? When are we gonna have our own Martin Scorseses? When are we gonna have our own Sanjay Leela Bhansali, or Anurag Kashyap, Akira Kurosawa? How much are we gonna depend on His Holiness? How much? He is 90 years old, and we're a tiny, tiny population. And that is why I do what I do. My entire life now, the remaining part of my life, is dedicated to the cause of our Tibetan movement. No matter what you guys believe, I genuinely believe that China will break from the inside. We just have to be ready. I genuinely believe that we will get our country back. Maybe not in my lifetime, but whatever we do, it will have ripple effect. There was a time when Macedonians were very powerful, the Roman Empire. Alexander the Great conquered half the world. Who talks about Macedonia today? There was a time when the Mongolians conquered 3/4 of the world. Right? Who talks about them now? All the countries and little kingdoms that the Mongolians occupied, and the Macedonian, the Roman Empire, the Portuguese, the Spaniards, the British, all those little kingdoms and countries they conquered. At that time, Tongge Chimbu Meba Midre, Mangche, Konzogi Karisamre, Ranze Ragmare Samyore, Kachis. Most of us have connection in India, right? Correct? India was under British for 200 years. What have we done? It's not I am just really, really frustrated. You know, I want the Gumba Mambo Magyat, Manzupune me, Pet, get a chimbo in the Tongore, millionaire Tongore. So good to Somendo. Kadichang and rather look the Tama, look the Chede, Chicken Momoton, Tama Momoton, Chicken Soraton, Tama Soraton, Chicken Nursing Chena, Tama Nursing Chet, yet couldn't chicken me that day. Shajan and Shigu, and Namtochine. There is nothing wrong in being a nurse. It's a very noble job, but you should become a nurse because you want to save lives. Not because it's tembu. You should not. You should not do it because it's security. What happens psychologically and spiritually is you are dismissing and you're negating the possibilities of who you are capable of becoming. Do you understand? Yes, so the younger generation. Now my goal is to inspire and motivate and empower our youth. Shingi mare machi shamde ngotaya mege inde laya yo mare. Ya kya or manzogi. Manzo bone keda chambo mit thwen goya pe masi kechu bar ganda. Sang machi tempo du lega tempo du la dide chedena kena zo so nuba de yorba. Nuba pe thola du yore. Misi chigrada. Right? Most people are afraid of dying. But are you going to die one day? So you might as well die standing, not on your knees. You want to die on your knees? No, I don't want to. So that is the answer to Jimila's question. Why did I go to the Tibet border? Because this is my philosophy. Kirangi nge lumba sa, nge mir sep, me nge rikshung tor. Kirangi nge nangmi gi lugyu nganzo kerap, nganzo lama, samala, tsamitaya bezo chedere kirangi. Not kirala gonda karchil lagore. Why? Why should I be apologetic to the Chinese? Tibet was always Tibetans. Tibet belonged to Tibetans historically, and the Tibetan culture and the Tibetan civilization is older than the Chinese civilization. So in that theory, how can we belong to somebody, how can I belong to somebody who's born after me? How? He belongs to me in that context. So I want all Tibetans to be proud. Shiani re nanzo, pomatani shiwo nanzo ni machik pomatani. Not tell me to them, Chorambu. Mother, tell me to the young never jungle your mother. Manzo. Manzo native toku chill, renta, churda. Samlo tanda, Shiga, Choba, Tawa, Semkam, Tema, Changma Yaketang Goya, Ketchubur Tanda. Manzo Pundu Kenya Ring, Consuchu Ninjimede, Manzo. It is about time we take responsibility. Let us empower our youth. And that is why I went to Mustang. Nepal Shung Kange Yorba Manzo Tebaha Hogiwa. We are not allowed to celebrate His Holiness's birthday in Nepal. Am I right? Yes. That is why I went there to make that film. Because this is my rebellion. And I have been an activist for almost 30 years. Yeah, Shewurle Kuta Chendway Romata. Chashitin Leba Perjatangore. Jandan, Nuba, Tangma Yagetangore. I think Bam must chashi to Bad Togia Rainbow. Things sarbo. Into Chene Dover Manzo. Gonda Netata, not because not Della Chopusale make not Lapatam Chatam Nala Keput Mindu. Manzo Tama Yan, Lambo Yotange. Manzo Susu Nambu, Susu Peche, and Susu Chemi, Japi, or Manabima Dozla. Namcho things are going to show your Maramanzo. Namcho Hodon Mendu, Chamsi Hodoni Mendu, and Barakama to Yomardin and the Chichil, Park Dugala, True Dugala, Maranzuki, Zawe Dadi, Yami Mimarda, Yana Shumre. Our focus, our nemesis, our enemy is not the Chinese people. It is not the Kambas, it's not the Utangs, it's not the Chuluk Manzogi. Our focus should be the Chinese government. How many people know Mahabharata? You've heard of Mahabharata? How many people know Arjun? Arjun mean Konye. Arjun ki dakhe bulwa. Da shudi gala chugi mikl da shular. Shamba danzogi khare thongido lar. Shimdo thongido chugi sorla chik thongido. Arjun la khare thongido lar. Mik chugu thongido lar. Manzo prabha bende chigore. Kami shum chugu tawar manzo. Pemi tiksu bula inare. Maranzo chizo bula inare. Maranzo kamba amdo utsang choba chulu changma. Ari kegyo inare. Inji kegyo inare. Peke kegyo inare. We should not forget that we've lost our country. And that country belongs to you. That country belongs to me. It belongs to us. It belongs to His Holiness the Dalai Lama. And it is our fundamental birthright to claim our country back. And this is my little effort to tell our stories. So this is why I went. I'm so sorry I went a little long. I'm very emotional. You know, every day, movie this shooting, you must tap on nature tangle, 미스 송기야 따도 치고 콘조 송기야 치고래 고치 생기지 간대 주거랬잖아 조생기 고치 들어왔다 조생기 캡틴 오브 더 십 들어와 얘기 조시 팀도였나 추불러 팀도였나 얘랭게 가래 상만 얘기 믿어도 상만 치로 조신의 치로 떠버려 라스가 나타난 거래 원에 고치디 어디래 먼저 고치 상만 빌려대 안 뱃 강레대 아니 파직 랍 출지 랍 근데 용어 말해 you are all leaders all you young Tibetans you are the leaders you've been waiting for I want to see I know there's a lot of talent in the Tibetan community all the young boys and girls I want to see fashion designers I want to see tech giants I want to see filmmakers I would love to see actors Hollywood Korea I am determined budget yomarda mui yomare my next film is the first Tibetan vampire movie and I'm going to make it so you mark my word I'm saying it right here record it I'm going to make that film so big and so crazy that the Korean film industry world film industry will talk to us I'm not going to pay it up 콘서트 부르면 콘서트 영어야 쓰겠냐 yeah
Thank you, Shapila. I think your energy and your drive over the years has shown that. Colleague of your century were there. Korean movie making, film making, he didn't go to any film school. He learned it by himself through his errors and through his mistakes. And this is a production. Under agenda. You carry the film on your back on a lot because there was a lot of expectation. We know who Andrew Jenda was. We've heard about his stories. A lot of people have met him. But there's very little in terms of reference, in terms of research, because as an actor, you have to go out and kind of channel the energy. So how were you able to bring that into the character?
It's actually tough to go right behind his speech, right? How I channel my character is actually, there's no visual or video reference of Andu Goputashi. There's no videos out there. It's all still pictures or articles or asks around people, right? So that's all the research you could get material-wise. But other than that, we would do a lot of video calls. He would be in Darjeeling, I'll be in LA, we'd be talking, making video calls, and he would ask me to channel like an animal, lion or something, right? They'll bring out the personality. I'm Eugene, that's the personality. So that's what we'd do. I would stand in front of a camera, a video camera, and then mirror, and then he will ask me the questions. I'll just go, whatever I did in the movie, that's what I would do. Hey, I thank you all for coming at such a short notice, kind of thing, right? So that was the main thing. And also, a lot of the anger was my personal anger too, being a Tibetan refugee, right? So against China, a lot of the angers were my own personal anger, true Gombatashi's character. Right? So that's how I did it. And I hope it made sense to you all.
And we can't wait for the second part because I think the role gets higher. One question, all the cast were Tibetan, everybody was Tibetan. Why did you decide to make this movie in English when you could have easily used subtitles? That's a question I keep hearing from a lot of people.
I'm just going to translate this English question for all the older Tibetans here. 고랑기 단대 제와디 가르스나 롱에디 인계를 같이 쓰레스 나란수 베계를 같이 쓰토요 말을 써 말했어. 땡에디 자기하다 듣지 볼랭이 대신 만복해 그냥 세우면은 하고 마스라 그냥 당부 회결 도도 지켜고 롱에 딩에 당부 제대로 가라 즉 롱에 노축승열을 더 쇠 미유키네 쇠야디 회결하는 쇠고 체르네 소속이 꿀롱디에 나가라키 아니 미유디 회결하는 쇠고 도스는 또 이내 쇠가 주도 가라 강에 가르도스나 만졸라 film industry yo marba kena sahabu yo probably manzola professional actors yo mar ani neka chechudi manzola penjo yo mar ta ngegi phegel sona maya manzo ki phege gaya jiwa thanda kyala da tcb da darjeeling da dharamsala da shija da manzo ki phege de kya dig mare phege de sona pida ji so go pida sona ngala yithang ke genge ta chama ji go be 차딩 개경에 정말 고기요래 바와 개경에 고기요래 암도 개경에 암도 나랑 혼자 개경에 고기요래 회사 개 플루엔 개경에 고기요래 어쩌다 그러죠 된주 써야라 쇠투버다 쇠 마토야 말해 된주 써야라 먼저 다이렉트 코치 라이래 게 랑게 지어봐 롱바 창마 파이 창마게 게 랑게 미하일 제거 딱 얘기 액터 된주라 락버봐 딜라비알라 두세 망고시 고그래 뉴쇼를 두세 다와툭 다와고 할리우드 무비 밀리언 버젯 연애 번서 다와툭 뉴쇼라 가사 랭귀지 기 트레이닝 지겨래 아메리칸 액터 브리티시 액센트 지도 두세 고기래 냐마기 켈틱 액센트 지도 두세 고기래 와 so 비기 치네 강에체 다 된주 상마 치야 벤조 주고기래 벤조 당여 말 가사 먼저 액터스 건조 양인제 상마 탄다 소화계의 액팅 chen 소화계 독이요 말 장부시나 말한지 배가 드링 티라지 디트리 암족이 말다 닝기 내려차 이게저디 please listen with your heart not with your ears what I'm about to say 먼저 배배 지도 볼라 전조 볼라 탄다 봐도 교체를 하고 이야기하는지 교체 봤으나 artist right not entertainers artists 먼저 그 artist이 고랑기 아치네 셰탄에 있네 리모트에 지내 있네 좀 지내 있네 녀가 지내 있네 롱에서네 있네 완전 전조 볼라 된줄 내가 치네 한번 녀투요 말 단다고 모자 녀투요 말 저밖에 두기요 말 걔기요 그냥 저라 딜랭게디 요새를 쭉 맞다 그런줄 랭게야 되디 남쪽 요새야 볼라 그샵 최고야 돼 맛이 개친 거래 respect 교체는 릭숑 깅잉래 get up 깅잉래 it's the artists are the heartbeat of society so it's very important to support art right 난저라 support you 말 딱 단다 난저기 전조보다 딱 테마 당거래 완전 배바 아티스트 기 배바 길롱에서 배바 길물로 배바 기탑 잠블린 가와 돈에 sold out 차야 띵 난저 테마 당부 차기요 나라 셴뎁 같이 유럽 라이 셴벨랑 먼저 개치도 보면도 셴뎁 피우서 나 셴뎁 먹을래 먼저 배박이 셴뎁 컬처 지도 네 참샤오래 백 야치 보상도 강고 계란스 분내 밀리언 사야직 강라이 인베스팅에나 먼저 개제 셔 셴뎁 먹어말라 됐다 먼저 따와기다 인데 마치나 먼저 지루테그래 단다에 뉴욕라 잭슨에라 로스움중에라 네톤스 단다에 테이블 짓딩 아니 갸가기 인데 티켓 레야 지와 디체 단다에 셴뎁 롱이야 먼저 상마 지와 하도 따야 먼저 먼저 초파된 저 갸가기 내라 인데 배치 금기와 리빈이 용에 전부지 디지 그냥 판카다지요 투카다지요 같이 게 먼저 돼 야미 쇼라 카페 간대지 디체 so we have to support artists 단다에 디체는 예 셰망고 당기요 말 그런서 나 땅되게 토너먼트 와 concept다 because 나 나라 소소소소라 respect 배치해 because 얘기 로스 숨추 십주 이래자 땅에 장 축복깔리 망고 잡니 장교게 잡아 랑가 두기 배바 쳐봐인데 신발 아저씨들이 헛그 툴다 먼저 펀드레이스 치기로 한 신발은 셰지 땅 투나는 땅에 매려요 나게 그런 라마치 랑가 이제 페이지들 라마치 돈 라마라 오 자식들이 뭐지 그 가우치 세네 먼저 나를 굳이 절대지 치러치다 나게 매해라 나래 라마라 내 라마도 먼저 돌기로 마땅해 이네 그샵 라이비 아티스트로 네 라기에 그냥 얘기 내가 거나 얘기 연거나 그냥 말라 이메일 땅 카바 땅 가르치기래 늘 가르친 되기래 수자를 주기래 아티스트가 수수래 아니 먼저 탤런트 도네티오 단다에 먼저 해봐 시에 땅에 땅에 이제 먼저 단다에 달러 나비야 지동을 땅 되었다 아 원래 말라 니마치가 dollar teaching matter na stage na ulo ne guitar da kebo tangi menga ta keran se borsho sabu du samna borsho sabu hi these let that sink in mirik shamba chamal yorda bangladesh sri lanka manjo ke chigi li mirik nepali do chamal shetang ne keda chibore chilola blocks ngatus line yorda ta yome manjo nge 단다에 먼저 가져요 시땅에 겹겹치나 그렇지 이 들들 라고 해도 대답이 하더래 그봐 so 어들에 basically I'm sorry that I because 내 고급된 나디 등자디 라야 들와 한다 농해되기 결혼 중에도 토야다 결혼 중에도 카상네 최선이 나오시니 계절시에 고급에 되게 고급된 랭기요 이게 나 수강사 만배 땅에 수강사 변조 중 수강사 각바치입니다. 이내 얘기 공에 조여줘요. 주주간에 무지다 라마 이내에 문제 두고 딱 수이나들 지속이 대부분이 촉조 이내에 수 인데 계절 공에 조여었던 게 이제 고마서 딱 미치는 말아 후두니 시기 딱 나와 돈나 돈 만들어 개매도 말아 소소 지고야지 딱 로충가 된줄 굳이 건설은 로게 깨고 로게 째고 해야 먼저 랭게다. We have to empower them. We can do it. We can do it. We are Tibetans. We have an amazing culture, amazing philosophy. 먼저 노부 남출다. 생감 리파, 테마 리파, 지도 리파, 소 리파. 진짜 정말 도망치. 치계기 논조치, psychology, everything. Develop your personality, develop your confidence. Then 먼저 갈라이는 시에고서 그 지미가 가도 갈라 가사이네 시에고서 시에투도 와. 들이 내 메일레스 와. 이 메일 등에 진리게 맞다. 코란 진리야 된다. 코란 된데 전당 간데차. 백 정리를 코란. 소소소소 약게 당겨요. 집에 이상도 당겨요. 먼저 차마게 있는데 제가 약고요. 라서 뭔가 땅나티스 아마 주스도. 말하다 땡 얘기 백 남조진 시기다. 먼저 남게 탑상을 시기도.
Thank you. Are there any questions from the audience? You've been कुछ गाना फेरो ना जो दे ये माइक्रोफोन मार्की हो माइक्रोफोन चिकना चिक दो वाला क्यों दे दिखाई वाला next day
Anybody's got questions? Even non-Tibetans? I see some Caucasian friends.
क्यों खाई हो ना
Anybody has any questions at all? Please.
Okay. क्यों में बताएंगे क्यों चिकियो 와 아니 드제 뒤에 타기 되게 지금 봐
안수 피시피시와 안수 배바 가와 드네 지와 지 라디벌 징에 요 말이야 나충 아니 야 모뎁다 이제 갭라 망고 시기를 안수 세 원다 세
How long did this movie take to make? Like how long? How many years?
Thank you. What's your name? Nobu. Lord, thank you so much. Give a round of applause for Nobu. It takes a lot of courage. 건조 샘축 차야 요마다 짜야 요마다 나저기. Can I let it? The stage let it. I'm very proud of you. Thank you. I will answer your question. 뭐 가져 보소사. 티슈 코난기 랜딩 얘기하셔고. 노부. So nalong에 di should I say it in English? Or Tibetan? Go through that. Yahu go through that. Now lochu nyamship chere. Lochu nyamship means 10 years research. So lochu ngegi tep 상말로 추진하는 다 constitute tep 당분 가사 my land, my people, Buddha's warriors, 4 rivers, 6 ranges. 또 상말 단다도 tep 가져 열봐. 좀 대화이 상말로. I read all the books. I read all the dissertation and a PhD, the master's thesis. This is my Lord. 먼저 이제 고치 하게 본적이 인터뷰 요래 가시기 본적 된적 참았다래. So lots of research 해. 아니 로 니동 니 작성 23. 23 we started.
Okay.
You don't need some la manju long it so go to right. It's strong in logic, lakcha ganja so to logic course. Lakcha truck chick so. Sawan chine. Che costume so la dawa chok this ko. Konja changma la jambul in the damya logic class ko. Ta ani manju la budget chida yo marba. Shooting the film, the net type film, it typically should take at least 40 to 50 days to shoot this kind of film, at least, with at least $5 to $10 million. Does it? Nima shichu shenas gogi ar par gaya chukula. We saya nada saya chupar because gogi ar because situyala. Ine nganjol saya chige yomar. So I shot this entire film. It took me 10 years to research, 2 years to prep. Konjala workshop, dawa chikni stele, Zoom da, ani personal tuning ima gave was tala bia sama ngela ba konjala tataya. Zinga, manjo action director nape Korean action director kiyo metros. Ina konjo ki budget din manjo film ki budget le cherish. Chitu maso action ne ngara chen. Zinga sama. To pesha yo marwa se chiya. So yeah, the shooting around the Nimachugul shoot here. Record time. I shot this film in 19 days. Yeah.
자, 슉슉을 찍다가 이 되게 쉬운 이렇게 약간
안 단다 출로 피디 걸라 셴데 비네 고마르 티셔츠
쟤네 보면서 더 그러는 쟤네 맞지네 티셔츠 망스 세로나
로 티셔츠 미로치 인베스트 기나 밀리언 감네 인베스트 기나
홀로 드시들 이네 문에 전에기 당가라 참마기 랭기데 드리 쳔나마기 페미세 야버르드라 타제나 저럽 로주라디 마시와 이나 신나나 비치우데 지바데로라 타데인데 저럽 로주다 모마기 로주데소 닝 톨라라 마치타 유데 문에 전에기 소마다 시우치데 데인데 단담발렌지 상마다 투지치 쉐예 이네 다지다 데노 소데 안두 공부다시 초 안두 공부다시로 Tatilla in the Andukumbashi, Kung Chazumba, Chidum Buja, Juminga, Tongala. Any Tamatama, the Duba to Zushram, Dubashi, or Chiwajam to you. In Tamatama, the England, the Shed Nejuchi to the Shedu to do any, just that you lost over job just to egg, then not into those stones. Tatitanga, Andukumbashi, Chushu Bundu, Loju, Kari, Yimba, the Hako, the music, catching way you do. Then Mamujula, Tabichi, did Tatinola. Karla dagi temu dine nala yanchi ngado jagane muma gonza jogo teso ta chimbo dine yodu ene diu ka la ta dine tirika san dola dine temu dine nala yanchi diu so yundu ka joge namba shu chimbo dine ro sena nangju da pheba ki kheju ma da shu chimbo shu ji thong dola de maung ba yan temu dine nala la chi music chashi ro da chi sanju ro chi na do sa
저거 빼야
zero tuche
Mayanima. Jiyope abato. Indele manzul longe sudi ngarangi mikpe tasa jiyor wa longe gi. Japanese film mangbo gi mikpe jiyor. Ani Hollywood film yor. Chige gi. Nga jaga film gi mikpe shika mikpe yo mare. Ta chige gi longe da Japanese longe jidio galo mangbo ji kecha mashe ne solwa dikke tu. Dibula scene mangbo ji la dialogue yo mare. Ine kenan solwa shukchung ji legi yo. Ta dibula yordi. Sesong da ani manzo gi gaudin zudwa. Last la 거기 가서 캠프디 총 캠프기 공짜도 와 아니 그 담딩 요와 만족 제도 중에 거기 인데치는 멜라 가우디 누구도 와 그러니까 다 대주 상마 어디래 얘기 시에 먹어야 지네 때야 때 얘네 다 류 당부로 봐 소소 삼겨 망고지 지토 마서 물 마당네 다 류응이 바디 배치에 스웨레 류숨바디 다 류응이 바디 CIA 기 다 망체 아리 캠프 헬 콜로라도 다 디즈요 봐 and live somebody didn't you tenshila karsa mustang lata last gadu wondu da konzo kapki ta dich chedo nganzola main di karsena ta penjo gogier kenan tu samma pa tu share che taki jimila songyedo ore penjo invest china rola kare china da kenan tu mashinge inde yunai ngani chain this where ene tanda ngata chuju gandu ne break this language because ngal lo chuksum dingam da de derwa ta ngatis break 주고 땅아 vampire movie 있어요. vampire movie 있어요. 사는 내용이 있어요. 와, 그래서 그렇잖아.
사람들 처음에 쉬쉬야 돼. 되거든요. 이거 베네픽스 나로나. 딱 말아줘 돼. 사람들 참 쉬네. 산에 녹음 주식하러 저거 하나. 믹스 도지체 사람들이 차로 쉬고 나서 다리 대 지금 매매서 산에 먹으러 자러 나기도 주식하러 저거 대실라 쉬고도 옆에 아니 먼저 대 산에 저거 열봐라. 테스트 말라. 그럼 쉬어라. 배짜도 알레 그렇게 쉬어나 아니 니 제가 아니 간소데 숨다 제가나 니네 마음 병고 내가 혼자 소지 직스에 라슬랭이
공기 제배로 실험 없이 가르미 가신 세배나 먼저 숨도 제가 모두 라차와 안데슈네 대야 자좀 되죠. 다무들가 투친나 시로와 가란소들라 고거나와들라 아니 에다다 코리기 되네 보수체니 장아리 포르치 페고데 아니 더주 고수사디도 넘는 소라도 지차되기 불러 아니 디자 아디 고거나와들라 투친나 하선의 슈이 소바삽 슈체 아니 디냠도라 더 상이 그지 데모디나라 지게 페지 숨주스 무실라 메도다 딘데로 지기사유 아니 게시 란소다 링테모이 가서 초야 버르시키 요브나 아니 미마라 로치 아니 게시 당한저 게시 심바지 가르쳐도 세바나 상이 게시 하우스로 지차바나 아니 야야슈 테바지 야가 지금 저 게시 도치 도디유 안디 자 게시 테모 가서거래 나오도 지도 요베나 아니 kuchi 차다바로 나선 비기 슈에니 아니 디마도니 참말라 투제나 나선 슈기
I got Excel. Taste it.
No, they're more there.
The extra large and the large. The design extra large, the design large.
This one is cotton raw. 100% cotton lens. What is it there?
Dele.
Ini kapalan sa sama dewi ba?
Dewi.
How are you doing?
Kamu yang penting nih.
Please spread the word, yeah?
Yeah, got you for sure. Okay, 1, 2.
Oh, he got the merch.
Mau ini masuk aja. Kecil dia dengar pada jam. Yep.
Some of you come here. All right. You guys in the future, huh? All right. Don't give up. How much more? Hey, Mom.
That's all right.
Yeah.
So demo kan det Johnson.
It gave me hope that one day that Tibet will be free.
Let's go now.
Any interesting scene that you would like to comment about or any particular scene?
Like most of the fights showed me how like the struggles that people have been a long time ago, and I feel like the movie like made more people like perspective of that.
Okay. Anything else that you want to say to your friends about this movie? Because we do have another show for tomorrow.
It's very inspiring and tells us like more depth in how like how much struggles that the blue people had back then. I think it also like shows us how we need to start standing up for ourselves and doing more for our country as we grow up.
Anything that you'd like to add?
It showed us how like Chishi Gongdu actually put in a lot of effort just for us to protect our freedom, and that we should still fight for our freedom now.
Yeah.
Big yellow. Big yellow.
Thank you.